What's good, y'all? I'm Nick.
I'm Lawrence.
We just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Before we say what's real, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe for us, baby.
What'd you do? What'd you like?
Gotta be honest with you. This movie had it all for me, right? It had action. It had comedy. And the third thing it had that really put it over the top for me was a backstory with Rocket. It pulled at my heartstrings, right? It had everything. It really motivated me when I was watching this movie to finish my own story. Because that's what happened to Rocket. There was a point for Rocket where he could have just called it in, mailed it in, and his friend made him finish the story that you have more to conquer. And what was it for him to conquer? To become the new leader of the Guardians. So
I like that.
What do you think?
When they announced this movie, I wasn't sure what's the point. The second one was okay. I was like, it's okay. So when they said a third one coming, I'm like, oh, all right. And then I go into the movie theater. I'm like, oh, because I don't watch trailers, so I didn't know what to expect. Oh, it's about Rocket. I'm like, that's dope. And the way they do it, it's by far the best Guardians movie. Like, definitely better than the second one. The first one was really good, but this one just had everything. That backstory combined with just the love connection between Peter and Gamora, it wasn't there. That was kind of funny. They gave us so much in this movie, and it wasn't over the top stupid. That's because you know how these movies are. They get stupid and corny. I laughed. I enjoyed this movie.
James Gunn, thank you, brother. I'm glad you came back. I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with the DC universe now. I'm glad that you're taking over, because from what you just showed me, I'm ready to see what you got. Because I was very impressed, because what you did right here, the action was amazing. Tons of action in this movie.
Thanks.
You don't get bored whatsoever in this movie. It keeps you on your toes from beginning to end. The comedy, like you said, was not corny. It had really good comedy relief. I can understand Batista, Drax the Destroyer, him coming out saying, hey, I'm done doing these type of movies. Because he really is just comedy relief the whole movie. So I can understand why he wants to get away from this and become a serious actor. I can understand. But he was amazing. Drax the Destroyer was amazing. I loved his comedy in this role.
I will say, there's a few things that did annoy me. High Evo, that's his nickname. That's what I'm giving him. They didn't even explain. They should have gave him some backstory, because he just seemed a little off. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I did appreciate how, okay, so going forward, hopefully they have Jonathan Majors as. Hopefully.
That's all for a different video and story. We'll say what's real on Jonathan Majors at a different moment.
But High Evo's powers kind of showed us a little bit insight of how, what's his name? I forgot. Jonathan Majors' character. I forgot.
Kang the Conqueror.
How Kang can use his powers. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. They finally showing us, okay, how science can really get to do his power. Now, High Evo, he's going around, no problem. But at the end, it was simple. Rocket did something, fell down and shot him. I was like, all right, I'll let that go. But at first, he seemed unstoppable. He cleared out a whole room. I was like, all right, I get it. That's good for Rocket character development. Go through your past, eliminate the trauma, and you move forward. But I felt like they eliminated him way too easy. Way too easy.
Yeah, like I told you before the video, I have a really big problem with High Evo, okay? You're supposed to be like this unstoppable villain, right? We're seeing you be unstoppable from beginning to end, right? But my biggest problem with you is like the obsession with Rocket. It was over and over and over again. It was too much. It was unbearable by the end. Like, he was obsessed with getting Rocket, and obviously he didn't call him Rocket. He called him a number, because he had no respect for him, and he called him an abomination. And the only thing he cared about with Rocket was his brain, right? But it was just, to me, he wasn't a strategic or smart villain, in my opinion. He became an idiot. And it was just so, and then he ended up killing all his people, because all his people realized, dude, you're tripping. You're gonna get us all killed with your tomfoolery of just trying to bring in Rocket so bad over his brain. It was just his character development, like you said. We need to see more of a backstory to maybe understand why he was so obsessive.
Now, he was doing all this for Rocket Brain, but I'm like, the whole time I've been watching Guardians, Rocket didn't seem like some spectacular genius to me. I was like,
That's true.
what's so special about Rocket? I mean, because they always portrayed him as some moody, he's smart, fix mechanical things, but not some like resource that you need.
A regular kind of regular character.
Yeah, I was just
not
like
a supporting role.
But it's not a complaint. It's just like they allowed us to learn more about him, because obviously he had a lot of trauma, so he didn't want to display anything that he went through, and he also didn't want to talk about his past. So I was like, all right, maybe he didn't want to, show how smart he is or the thoughts that he have. So I wasn't mad at it, but High Evo was wilding, man, just thirsty. I'm like, for what? Like, for what? A regular raccoon that's just smart? But you done did a lot of other things. Like, mind you, the little kids at the end, they all were like, you know what I'm saying? What did he need Rocket for?
I'm glad you brought up the little kids. Now, folks, if you've seen the movie Spy Kids, there's a spot where these kids, right, they need some development, and they speak a language that no one can really understand except for Drax the Destroyer. We'll get that later. So it's just kind of like Spy Kids when they had all those kids, they were speaking gibberish. It was the same type of thing here. And they had like, I don't know, there was at least hundreds of kids. Like, it's hundreds of kids, hundreds of animals as well.
Noah's Ark.
It was like Noah's Ark, bruh. I was
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark in there. And I mean, the end was like, I love it because it was chaos. I love chaos in movies. And it's just so much action. And the action was great. And I gotta say, the music sequences with all the fight sequences, it's dope.
Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect. Whoever did the music, you did great.
Amazing.
We don't have to talk about the casting because the casting is always fire. Like,
all-star cast.
They did a great job on that.
You got Bradley Cooper, you got Zoe Saldana, Chris Pratt, Vin Diesel, Dave Bautista. I mean, you have a amazing. Even Sylvester Stallone.
I was just about to say Sylvester Stallone slid his way in there. I was like, what?
Adrian! Rocky Balboa is in the movie.
So that was good. The music was great. The pacing was fantastic.
Yes.
There was no boredom in this movie. You're not gonna fall asleep. The way it starts, they slowly, and then old dude comes in. Did they have a name for him?
What guy?
The blonde guy with the diamond on his head.
Adam? He probably has a name, but that was also a plot hole I had. He should have been dead. Self-destruction, he should have been
His mom died, but he ain't died.
He should have been out of there. That was one of the things that was crazy.
And Quill should have been out of there too from being in space that long, but you can't kill him. But I liked the new additions they had. I was like, okay, that's cool. And I love that Rocket is the one that's leading them now.
Rocket is the new leader.
That was good. Guardians, they did their thing.
How do you feel about Cosmo? Bad dog. Cosmo, bad dog.
Cosmo was fine. It was a cool character. The bad dog thing was a little strung out. I was like, all right, just let it go. They didn't.
But they wrapped it all back around when he said good dog, when he took care.
He did his thing.
So I will say that they finished the story. The last hurrah of Guardians of the Galaxy, to me, like you said, is the best. Let's do ratings for this one. Give it to me.
I say I was fine with a 9. Fine with a 9. What you got?
I'm gonna have to agree. No complaints. This is a 9 out of 10. Right now, this is definitely might be the best superhero movie of the year so far. We got some left, What
we got left?
We got superhero movies so far.
Flash.
We got Flash. We got the Marvels. But this movie right here will definitely be the best Marvel movie of the year. There's no questions about it. Ask me at the end of the year. If I am wrong, I will pay one subscriber $100. If I'm wrong, if it's universally said that this is not the best Marvel movie of the year. With that being said, please like and subscribe. Comment down below when you see the movie. Let us know what your thoughts are.
I say it was real.